Hello again. So now I want to show you how to install some Sketchup plugins and how to use a few of them. So this is the model we modeled earlier in the previous tutorial. We won't need it for this tutorial, so we can just go ahead and delete it like this. To install plugins in Sketchup, you simply just go to the extension warehouse over here. And over here you can see a full range of tools that you can install and download. It's very useful to get to know these developers and what they've developed as well. So we're going to install two plugins. So one of them is called Unwrap and Flatten Faces. And when you search for it, you can see that this comes up over here. You click on the extension. As you can see, it gives you some information on what the extension does. Very visual and easy to understand. All you only have to do is click install. The extension will have the ability to access your file system, so you just press yes. The extension has already been installed. That's because I already have it on my SketchUp, but if you haven't, this should not come up, and your plugin should have installed successfully. So we just click OK. The other plugin that we want to install is called Soap Bubble. So soap skin bubble, there it is. You just click on that, wait for it to come up, and again you just have to install like this. Now that we have our plugins installed, we can't see them in our typical interface. If you want to see them and access them quickly, all you have to do is right click on the toolbar above, and then you can click on these different components to visualize. So this is the soap bubble commands. You can have other stuff such as the views, which is very useful for you to quickly navigate. Styles we already have on the side, so we won't need to do that. Sections, shadows, measurement, layers, etc. And camera tools. So I just want to show you quickly what the first plugin that we installed does, the Unwrapped Tool. So if we just go in here, go on drawing like this, we see we already have it up here, so I don't need to really bring it up again, so I'll just delete that. We can select a polygon like this, draw it. See, we have a polygon, we have a face. Again, you can go on the different view styles if things become more or less clear. And then we can extrude this polygon. And you see now we have a three-dimensional volume like this. If we go on Tools, Unwrap and Flatten Faces, this is the command that we installed. And what this does basically is it takes a volume like this with planar faces, that means faces that are not bent, and simply just unravels it into a 2D kind of puzzle that we can put together later on, so we can print it out and fabricate it ourselves. So all we have to do is select on the faces, go on Tool, Unflatten, Unwrap and Unflatten. You get this notification come up, which is typical. Just give it a quick read. It's asking basically for non-coplanar faces, which means faces that are completely flat. Click OK. As you can see, 8 faces were unwrapped, and if you just view your output here, we can see that we've taken this three-dimensional object and flattened it into a 2D surface. Again, we can print this out now and kind of using the Papermetrics approach, build it physically if we print it out. We can just delete that like this. I just want to show you what happens if you use non-planar surfaces, so surfaces that are bent in two directions. So to do this, I'm simply just going to draw a simple arc like this. I'll rotate it in this direction. Just copy this here. I'll just go on the top view over here. Hold down Control so I can copy. simple as that. Just want to move these so they create some kind of arches. Again, just clicking on the endpoints and moving them towards each other. Like this. And now we can see that we have this kind of outline of a surface that we want to create. And now the tool that we installed, which is the soap bubble command, will help us kind of turn this into a surface. So what we can do is select the 4 lines and click on generate soap skin. What this will do is give us an indication of the divisions that we want. And we can see here the divisions are 10. So if you want to make these less or more, we can just type in 4, for example, and press enter. And now you can see that we've divided it into 4, well, halves on each side, and 4 here and 4 there. If we're happy with this, we just press enter. Now you see we've created a surface like this. It's very useful for modeling tensile structures. So we go back on the select command, we select our new surface, and we just want to create a copy here so we can edit it. To use the unwrap command, we have to select and explode. Explode will take the group and divide it into different surfaces. And as soon as we explode, we can see that we have these dotted lines, which are the hidden geometry. And this indicates that one face is not completely planar, meaning it's not completely flat, and it has different slopes. If we click outside again, we see those lines hidden. If you want to preview those lines again, you go in View, Hidden Geometry, and then they come up. And then this will allow you to select the different surfaces accordingly. You can delete, Control Z if you want. Now we're going to try to use the unravel command, unwrap command, using these non-planar surfaces. Again, it's giving me the warning. Press OK. I'll just wait for it to process. And you can see here 31 out of 72 surfaces have been unwrapped. So this shows us that not all the surfaces have been unwrapped, meaning it's been struggling to unwrap them. Again, this is because the surfaces are non-planar. So if I click OK and preview my outcome, you can see this clearly does not represent the 2D unraveling of this object. So in cases like this, what I'll have to do is I have to break down my surface even more and take and unflatten them in kind of strips or steps. So what I have to do is select one strip, go here, unflatten, okay, and hopefully, so again we have 7 out of 24 faces were unwrapped, so this is also causing us a problem again. So if I go here, we can see that this has only been kind of these triangles here. So delete that again, and this is because these are different folds, these hidden edges, so we might have to just do them one surface at a time. So if we go here, unwrap, okay, again 4 out of 5. So sometimes this will cause you some issues with complicated geometry like this, especially this end one because it's folded in many different directions. But I'll just have to break down the surface even more so I can achieve that model. But as you can see, with completely planar objects like this one, it works fine. So hopefully that was useful for understanding how to install and use different plugins. There's really a myriad of plugins that you can use, and with a lot of reviews, and Sketchucation has a big community that can help you out if you have any problems. And of course we also have the ADD drop-in sessions which you can come in and we can help out. Right, see you later.